It's not just women who deal with it sometimes, men will also be tempted by it. Once this happened, I realized that I needed to protect myself because I'm telling them no, and I didn't want someone as powerful as they are to try to get in the way of my work, so I started recording. Now, they're offering me money to take off my clothes. It's really predator exposing season in Hollywood, and actor Christian Keys is the latest to come forward as the victim, having released a shocking video in which he claims to have been sexually harassed by not one, but two powerful men in the business. Christian says he spent years surrounded by wealthy and well-known millionaires in Hollywood, one of whom reportedly tried to get into his bed with him and offered him $100,000 to undress. Christian stated that Cassie's public statement inspired him to tell his own tale. He also stated that this is not a financial matter and that he wants to see these individuals brought to justice. To support his claims, he has provided receipts and recordings. Although it was terrible for me to go through it because it lasted for years, Cassie stepping out has reminded me of more than just myself. Who are these individuals that Christian wants to expose? Fans are applauding Christian for speaking out because it's about time male victims of sexual assault are given serious consideration. Does this mean Tyler Perry and Robert F. Smith could be the next Diddy? Well, Christian dropped several hints that he might be talking about Tyler Perry and billionaire Robert F. Smith. Let's break this down. I have recordings of them admitting that you know all the other guys they have employed. The difference is that thanks to confidentiality and disclosure agreements, they are unable to stop you from reporting any of those things to the authorities. First, actor and model Christian Keys began his career as a guest performer on several TV shows. From 2011 to 2014, he played a recurring part in the comedy series Let's Stay Together on BET. Following his breakthrough performance in Tyler Perry's 2005 comedy Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Christian collaborated with Tyler on a number of additional projects, including Madea, Goes to Jail, What's Done in the Dark, and All of the Queen's Men, which is largely the reason why followers are now conjecturing that Christian intends to reveal Tyler Perry's sexual orientation. Christian revealed details of years of abuse during a recent Instagram live session. Claims he encountered from a number of influential persons in the business. According to Christian, one of these guys persisted in pressuring him to do things like undress for money, but Christian made it very evident that he never fell for the ruse and that he had recordings to support his account. I've carried one of these around with me since 2005, be it a pen or a keychain recorder, since most predators would check your phone. Once they did, I realized I had to protect myself because I was refusing to allow someone as strong as them to interfere with my work, so I began recording. The great thing about confidentiality agreements and non-disclosure agreements is that they cannot stop you from turning all of those things over to the police because it is a crime attempt, as well as recordings from when I wasn't working with them or for them. So, I have them offering me money to take my clothes off. I also have recordings from when I wasn't working with them or for them. Additionally, fellow Christian disclosed that he has already spoken with attorneys and has a strategy in place for outing these folks. I'm at ease, and I'm literally making my next 8 steps strategically. I'm doing well. Christian claims that the men who allegedly asked him wouldn't accept no for an answer and pursued him for years. He also explained why he allowed the statute of limitations to expire and promised to turn over all receipts and recordings to the police. God got me because he was watching when I was offered these opportunities and I didn't say yes. Excuse my French, y'all. I know some of you hopefully you'll have no kids around. I purposefully let the statute of limitations to run out. It has nothing to do with money, but I will need to turn in the chairs and the recordings to the police department and allow them to hear this person you already know that I wasn't employed by him and that social media was ablaze with rumors about what guys fans believe Tyler Perry and billionaire Robert F. Smith, the founder and CEO of Vista investment firm, are the most likely candidates for the role that Christian is discussing. Tyler Perry is suspected because during one of his live sessions, Christian said, "No, I didn't watch that documentary," which led fans to believe he was alluding to Maxine's baby. As for the other alleged predator, Christian claimed to have met with an investor. Then the investor reportedly invited him to enter a different conference room that led to a suite following the meeting. Christian says the investor then changed into silk pajamas and a robe and had champagne and strawberries. He also says that this person is currently paying for HBCU classes. Well, he returned, grabbed the strawberry, and sat down. I said, "Yeah, I'm leaving. You got my presentation. I'm gone." And he asked, "Are you sure?" I replied, "Yes, I'm sure." He asked, "Are you sure that second R?" Meaning that if you don't stay and follow my instructions, you won't achieve your goals. For the time being, these guys are covering the full cost of tuition for HBCU classes after this suspicious incident. Based on social media, it appears that this man may be Robert F. Smith, as Smith established a $1.8 million grant program for HBCU students last year. Fans of Smith are now claiming that it's time for him to make a comeback in Hollywood, as there is still a lot of stigma associated with male sexual assault victims, and that other men frequently make fun of them and minimize their experiences to gay jokes. When Terry Crews came forward in 2017 to disclose that he had been roped at a party by a male Hollywood producer named Adam Bennett, but had neglected to report the event, something similar occurred to him. Without delay, because of concern about reprisals, Terry filed a lawsuit against Adam Bennett and WME for say at the time. However, WME responded, arguing that their response to Terry's claims was both swift and serious and that it wasn't necessary to drag it out further. In March 2018, prosecutors decided not to file any charges against Adam Bennett, and the attorney's office announced the statute of limitations to prosecute Bennett. At the time, Adam Bennett was the head of the motion picture department of the talent company William Morris Endeavor. The company launched an internal investigation, but they concluded the incident was isolated. Because the alleged incident occurred in February 2016, Terry Crews did not report it until November 2017. Terry later claimed that the reason Adam Bennett's SA case was dismissed was because he was the event chairman of the LAPD Foundation. It is not surprising that Terry did not report the incident immediately, though, as many people ridiculed him, telling him he couldn't be a victim because he is bigger and stronger than his alleged, and some prominent men in the industry even made fun of his experience, such as D.L. Hughley, who expressed amazement at the fact that Terry with his physique could not say no. It's difficult for me to believe that a man with so much muscle could not tell an agent not to touch him. I just don't understand. Then Russell Simmons, who fled to Indonesia after being falsely accused of sexual assault by several women, had the audacity to email Terry and request that he give up his pass. Russell wrote, "Did he ever apologize? Give the agent a pass. Ask that he be reinstated with great love. All things are possible." Terry responded, "Dear Uncle Russ, no one gets a pass," and even 50 Cent, who is currently making a documentary about Diddy allegations, made fun of Terry. Terry shared a screenshot of the email message Russell sent him. Terry responded to all of these people in a classy manner, writing, "You decided my essay was hilarious, whereas there is a whole generation of black women and men who don't think it's funny protected, but they mock Survivor as well. When you see me, keep it moving." And shared an inappropriate meme referencing Terry, saying he froze in fear after being groped. The good news for Christian Keys is that he's receiving a lot of support from his followers, and several prominent people in the business have even stated that they trust him. I know who Christian Keys is referring to, and this is going to blow out the industry network's symbols, tweeted Jason Lee. It's a wrap, Black Hollywood. Regarding all the rumors that one of the guys who is supposedly Christian is Tyler Perry, some fans are certain it's him, while others are arguing the tale doesn't match up. One fan stated, "Christian Keys has never been messy, so don't question his motives." Since Christian Keys isn't denying that Tyler Perry is the subject of his conversation, I believe that he is speaking about Tyler Perry. That being said, someone else wrote to you regarding Tyler Perry's thought pieces, and I doubt that Christian Keys would be discussing his current employer with such conjecture. But what do you think about all of this? Do you believe Christian could be referring to Tyler Perry? Let us know in the comments below and then watch the next video.